Actually, we are viewing the application in the browser. So whatever the latest modules are there, Web3 modules are there, that must be supported by the browser. So here is a application called Browserify, Web3-Browserify. So this program, we explore how to work with Web3.js 1.xx library modules. Previous program I have modified to 1.6.1 from 0.19.0 module, because there is a complete difference of usage of the modules and at the same time library functions also. Okay, by keeping in mind, you need to develop the program. So first create a project. So project 3 here mkdir project 2, project 3. So in which npm install -g browserify is the module we need to install. So browserify is a module we will install via npm. Okay. Next is npm install web3 save. So these are the two modules we need to inform. So browserify, what is this browserify will do is, whatever is the web3 form is there, web3 module is there, that will be made compatible to the browser that you are using. So sometimes this web3 module may not be compatible with the browser. How can you know that this is not compatible with the browser? So for that, one thing you can do is open this index.html in the browser. At the right top corner, you will find 3 dots. Click on these 3 dots and go to more tools. And here you will find developer tools. Click on developer tools. So you will find here elements, console, source, etc. Click on console. So if any error is there in the program, or if the program or library that you are using is not compatible, it will give you an error here. You can find an error here. Now anyhow, my program consisting of one step-by-step action. We'll see the program here, that what we have written. I'm opening this index.html file. So here, this program folder will be having the installation of Browserify and Web3. So currently I'm not installing Browserify because already I am having the Browserify module in my program itself. You have seen here. So this is the web3-browserify.js, this particular thing, and web3 require. These two I am placing here itself. So directly I'm giving you, I'm having these particular files, and the same thing was also placed in the classroom also. You may also download it directly. No need to install and set up this, because already the main files are available here. So you don't need to do any other installation. For this, same as it is, web3 is equal to require of web3. Run the save the file and close. Run the following commands to convert the web3-require.js to suit the browser requirement. So what to do? Browserify space web3.require.js -o web3.browserify.js. Now, whatever is the web3 module is there, that is going to be converted into the browser compatible web3 format, web3 library format. Now include this web3.browserify.js in your HTML file. Previously we have included directly web3, right? If you go to the program 1, there we have included the src as web3 module, that we have installed. Okay, directly node underscore modules slash web3 slash distribution slash the latest distribution, that what we included. But in this we are going to include script src dot slash web3-browserify.js, that is, which is converted into the latest format. Okay, now this is local RPC test for the web3 @ 1.xx example. Here the input string is, that is localhost :8545 is the URL to be connected. Same program. here we are going to use a variable called accounts to hold the accounts. Web3 is equal to null. This is the pre-declarations and initializations, and connecting to the Web3, that is test RPC. This module already we have seen in the program one. Now, if I click like this, connection successful. So you look at connection successful. This particular code I have written here. Alert of connection successful. Before that, console.log connection successful. So whatever I have written on the console.log, that will be displayed on the console of the browser here. If any incompatibility is there, or if any errors or if any bugs have appeared, or warnings have been appeared, that will be displayed here. So by considering the warnings and errors which was displayed on the console of the browser, you can make the modification to the code so that you can build a workable code. Now, after connecting, you look at this accounts have been populated. Okay, accounts have been populated. Now, if you look at the test RPC, so here ETH_accounts. So this is a call to the test RPC to fetch the accounts from the already background running test RPC. Now here are some more things like get connection, populate accounts. Okay. So actually the overall summary of this program is, if you have a older module like 0.19.0 or other older modules, not other than 1.0 version, then how to make it compatible to the browser. That is what the basic idea of this program, this particular program. So for this, we may use the Browserify as a tool to convert the old modules to the new modules and make it compatible to the browser. Whatever is the converted file is there, that file need to be included in the HTML file. For example, test ETH mkdir pro3 cd pro3. Now there is a command called remixd. Okay, remixd. This you can install via npm sudo npm install @remix-project/remixd-g. This is the command you can use to install the remixd command. What is this remixd is? We all know that whatever the program we are going to develop, okay, we are developing on directly on the web browser. Now I am going to use the remixd and making my local directory as the main directory in the remix. So for this remixd, share the folder with dot slash. Dot slash means the current folder. I am going to share it to the remixd, that is with the remix platform, which is there on the internet. Now it was connected to the remix IDE that was opened here. In order to connect to the shared folder, here we will be having default underscore workspace. Click here, connect to the local host. So you click on connect to the local host. So it will be asking you that access your local file system from the Remix IDE using remixd npm package. So now I am going to connect to the local system. Now this is the local system in which I don't have any file. So for this, I'm going to create a test, okay, or online kind of folder, and in which I'm going to create a new file called demo.sol. So here I'm going to use pragma solidity colon 0.5.0 contract demo. Okay, I will conclude. So this is the contract demo. Now just to save it, so you will find where is this folder? This is a folder in the program too. Yeah, online, in which demo.sol. Okay, so that means using RemixD, you can connect your local folder to the Remix IDE which is there in the internet, and you can compile the Solidity code, and you can get all the outputs of the Solidity artifacts, that is Remix IDE artifacts, in the same folder, and thereby your development time can be reduced.